Welcome everyone to the Popcat Podcast. This is episode 1 with Wet Leaf and Mushy Cookie. Hello to you, Mushy.
Hello.
I'm here with the New Zealander, and today we're going to be talking about the previous rounds and other stuff. Yeah, let's get into it. You had the 1 week, break. No Russia this week. Um, did you feel like you needed that break?
No, I could have happily raced last week, but you chose not to, so.
Still leading by 20 points. Is this lead gonna gain in coming into the next race?
Yes.
And thoughts on Matt Kiddo against the other drivers and yourself as well?
Oh, he's faster than all the other ones, but then I'm faster than him, so I'm not really worried about losing. But I guess, I don't know. He might get a bit cranky coming second, but I don't mind.
Do you expect anyone to join PO24? Any big drivers?
Nah, I'm be real with you. Dungeon probably doesn't care. Motos doesn't care.
I blocked
Moto's
him.
banned. Yeah. Life size retiring. Heels probably doesn't care. Nura doesn't care. None of the pro drivers really care, to be honest. I'm like the only one that really somewhat cares. I don't really care though. I just kind of like show up and race, but at least I race. But nah, I doubt it.
Now the big news broke. Well, not big news, but the news broke yesterday that PO24 will be changing to custom teams in season 3, but they'll still be using classified cars for those teams. Do you like this new change?
I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, I'm not really affected by it. I'm still driving the same car. It's still the same physics, you know? I'm not really affected by the name of the team, but yeah, sure, I don't mind it. It's good to have variety.
Yeah, we always love having that type of uh, variety. Um, but yes, now we move on to the next chapter, chapter 7. Czechia. Any predictions?
Um, me P1, Masketo P3, P2, sorry. And then probably Kami P3, I would hope.
Now,
I'm gonna probably get like a Grand Slam or something.
you're obviously back on a new laptop. Is this going to give you more
Yeah.
confidence into coming into the next races and league races?
Oh yeah, instead of running like 20 FPS in a race, I'm gonna run like upwards of 100. So yeah, it's definitely a lot better.
Um, uh, thoughts on um, thoughts on the constructors' championship. McLaren's are 84 points and VCarb in 81 points. Any expectations for who's gonna lead in the next race or after the next race?
Well, the only reason The only reason McLaren's in P1 is because I carried them for the first 2-3 rounds. I gave them 70 points. They've gained 14 points since I left. So that really says something. So yeah, VCub's definitely going to win those constructors, no question.
Now the Drivers' Championship, it's obviously getting a little spicy for P3. We've got Cami, Maxitus, Nova, and Bread. That's 4 drivers fighting for P3. P1 yourself and then P2 Matt Kiddo, but that's like a 20 point gap. Who's going to come out on P3 at the end of the season? If you got any interest in that fight.
Wait, let me go to the standings really quickly. Well, Maxitus doesn't really attend. He hasn't attended for a while, so I'm gonna say he's gonna be at the bottom of that battle. I would probably say Bread might win that. It would probably be P3 Bread, P4 Kami, P5 Nova, P6 Maxitus, I would think. Basing off of pace and attendance and all that stuff.
Alright, now, VCub, your team, arguably the strongest team. You've got Cami, yourself, Busy Bee Dog, Rufus, your ace, and then Popcat as your team principal. Is there any team that could compare to that?
No. Well, I would say Mercedes, but I mean Nova, kind of similar pace. Nova might be a little bit faster on one track, Cami the other. But I'm faster than Maxitus on every single track, so that's where the advantage swings to us. So yeah, no.
Thoughts on Kamike Sum being your teammate?
I don't mind it. I never really seem to have good luck with having a teammate or having a good teammate at that. So to have a teammate that can actually do well in races is actually like good for once, because I usually never get one. But yeah, I know one. He's a good teammate. He's a good guy. So yeah, I'm fine.
All right. If we go to your stats, in your race result in the past races since the first race, a DNS at Japan, DNF at Mexico, a win at Baku, win at Britain, and then a P2 at Canada. With those stats, you've only got got 2 race wins out of the 6. Is it 6? Out of the
5, I think.
5? No. 2 out of the 5. You reckon you could have improved in all of those races? Not counting Japan though, you didn't start because of laptop issues. You reckon you could have done better and improved?
Well, Canada, I got kicked out of my car, so I respawned, so I lost the lead. That's why I lost that race. Brenner and Baku, I won those. Mexico, I disconnected. My router was playing up. I fixed my router, so if I didn't have any router problems, I would have won that. Same with Japan, to be honest. I fixed my router just after it started, so if I fix it before it had started, I would have won that as well. So.
Okay, now some, I guess, personal questions. Do you think Busy Bee Dog is overrated? Is he an overrated driver?
I think he's ever overrated, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen him be overrated once. Um, he's pretty much a high tier mid. He's not a pro yet. There's not many of those. He's sort of close. He's like top 20% of league racers, I would think. He's not like super fast, but he's not slow either. He's decent. Put him that way. But no, he's not overrated.
Same question, but with bread.
No, I think the same. I don't think I've ever seen him be overrated. I don't personally think he's overrated. I think he's fairly rated, I would think.
Any drivers on the grid, the team lineups that you think are overrated?
I'll have a look. Maybe XD Gamer. He drives for Haas. I've seen him in another league before. He's got good quali pace sometimes, but in the race it never seems to go well for him. So, but he's never really rated. But personally, I would think he might be just like slightly overrated. Not by a ton though. Just slightly.
Okay, now any drivers on the grid that are underrated?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I would say Alex, who drove from McLaren, only because back in the day I used to teach him, and he had a lot of potential. I'm not sure what happened, but he used to have a lot of potential. He used to be actually quite quick. He obviously lost that pace, but if he returned to his old form, yeah, I would say he's definitely underrated.
Now, if we see a retirement like mid season throughout the season, who would you want it to be?
I don't really want anyone to retire, to be honest. There's no one on the grid that I want them to retire. I mean, there's no one really that I would like say you should retire now. I just actually no, that's a lie. I want Vika to retire right now. Get him out of here. Oh wait, no, he's a free agent. Never mind. Um, well, I would say Vika, but he's not really a driver anymore. So yeah, no one.
Okay. Still got Czechia, Indy, Miami, France, Las Vegas. Which one are you most excited about?
Well, I'll give you a bonus. The one I'm least excited about is Miami and Indy. They both suck. Probably Vegas, France, maybe. Probably Vegas though, because France hasn't been giving me very good luck lately.
Yeah, we saw that in PARC, did we?
And Pierre, and
PARE.
and there was another one as well. I forgot the name. PGSS.
Okay, we're
But yeah, the last 3 times.
14 minutes into this interview. Now we're gonna move on to a bit of rapid fire. I'm going to tell you a league, and you're gonna say if it's underrated or overrated.
Rated.
Okay, so we're gonna start with PO21.
Overrated.
You can also give your reason why it's overrated or underrated, if you would like.
Uh, I feel like media carries that league a bit too much.
PARE.
Underrated. Not many pro drivers know about it yet. It's got like 335 members or something.
PARC.
I can't say either. It's fairly rated. I think the reason speaks for itself.
PO10.
Oh,
You're not even in
I'll say
that one.
fairly rated as well. I would think. I used to drive in it a long time ago, but I would say fairly rated. I don't think there's anything that makes it underrated or overrated. I think it's just fine.
Okay, now PGSS.
It's not necessarily overrated because it's not very large, but it's not really underrated because the top 6 on the grid is a lot of pro drivers, including myself.
Now,
Yeah, I just have to say fairly rated again.
PALI.
Harley, ooh. There's a lot of reasons why it could be underrated, but there's also a lot of reasons why it could be overrated, such as the member count. It's over 200 members. It's bigger than PGSS, but the races have a lot less attendance, and the graphics are a lot worse and stuff like that. I would go slightly overrated.
La GPAL.
I like that. Oh,
Apparently, you dislocated your finger after Pally.
oh, yeah, I did,
It
and then it
slipped.
broke. So I pretty much did. I did PGSS, PALC, PRE, and yeah, all with a broken finger. So but either way, lag pal. That's interesting. I would. Well, it would be underrated because, well, before Nahi left, but since Nahi's no longer the owner, I would say overrated.
PATL. Oh wait, no, you can't drive on that.
Ah,
Yeah,
fast for
I
it.
forgot it's PGSS's what? F2,
F2.
yeah. I think that's all the leagues that you drive in. Do you drive in ARO3?
I'm definitely a driver. I just haven't driven yet, but I do drive in it. I do. I am signed as a driver, is what I mean.
Okay, well, I guess that is the rapid fire over. Yeah, I guess that's interview done. That's been around 20 minutes. So, thank you for listening to the Popcat Podcast, and we'll see you with the next guest driver. Goodbye.